Julia followed through on her decision in Outlander, Blood of My Blood Episode 4, and this situation could connect to another big mystery in the Outlander franchise. Though the prequel series is just getting started, Outlander will soon be coming to a close with the upcoming Season 8. This means that there is limited time to get answers to some long-running mysteries, but Blood of My Blood may be offering a hand. So far in Outlander, Blood of My Blood, we have seen Jamie's parents, Brian and Ellen, fall in love at first sight during the Mackenzie gathering, just as we always heard in Outlander. Claire's parents, on the other hand, have had a significantly different story from the one their daughter ever mentioned in the central series. This all starts with the fact that they didn't actually die. Henry and Julia Beecham were supposed to have died in a car crash, but they instead traveled through time and were separated in 18th century Scotland. In Outlander, Blood of My Blood Episode 3, we saw Julia finally accept that she wouldn't be able to escape Castle Leathers anytime soon. So, she climbed into bed for Lord Lovat, Jamie's own grandfather. Outlander, Blood of My Blood Episode 4 follows up on the consequences of this decision. After helping Brian with his Ellen troubles, Julia returned to Leathers and followed through on her choice to claim that her unborn child belongs to Simon Fraser. Julia officially told Lord Lovat that her baby is his in Outlander, Blood of My Blood Episode 4's ending Julia holding a bottle in Outlander Blood of My Blood. Julia decided back in Outlander, Blood of My Blood Episode 3 that she would sleep with her captor, Simon Fraser, so that she could claim that her baby was his once she could no longer hide her condition. She feared that, if she did not, the baby would be tossed out, or even worse. The ending of Outlander, Blood of My Blood Episode 4 saw Julia fully commit to the bit. When Lord Lovat once again attempted to be intimate with Julia, she told him that he must be careful of her, since she was expecting his child. The Laird was overjoyed by the news and expressed his desire that this child be another son. Of course, the baby isn't really Lord Lovat's. The only people at Leathers who know this, however, are Julia, Davina Porter, and Brian Fraser. Despite Lord Lovat's enthusiasm, this was a rather ominous ending for Outlander, Blood of My Blood Episode 4. Something unique about Julia's story is that, unlike Ellen and Brian, we have no idea what will happen to this character. We know that she won't make it back to the 20th century in time to see Claire grow up, but everything else is entirely unclear. From the look of things, Julia will give birth to her second child at Castle Leathers, and everyone will think that the infant is the bastard child of Lord Lovat. If this is the case, then it's interesting to consider how this would connect to the story in Outlander, especially since there is some significance to the line of the Frasers of Lovat. Julia's baby could connect to the Fraser prophecy in Outlander. Lord Lovat in Outlander Blood of My Blood. Lord Lovat's descendants play a significant role in Outlander. Of course, Jamie himself is one of them, but the importance goes much further. There's a prophecy in the Outlander books that the next Scot to sit on the English throne would come from the line of Lovat. In the novels, this prophecy gets Brianna into a lot of trouble, since she is believed by some to be its subject. The fact that Brianna is a time traveler and a descendant of Lord Lovat has always made her seem like a person of interest when it comes to this Outlander prophecy. However, Blood of My Blood has officially introduced a new character that could get caught up in all this. Some eager Highlander conspiracy theorists may take an interest in Julia's baby. Of course, Julia's baby won't actually have any biological connection to the Frasers of Lovat. Still, what's important here is that someone believes he or she does. It could result in specific actions among the Jacobites in Blood of My Blood. Or, this situation could roll over into Outlander. Perhaps Claire will learn that the Highlanders had once identified a candidate who would fulfill the Fraser prophecy, leading her to discover her sibling for the first time. Outlander has already made several changes to the Fraser prophecy, but this change would take the cake. Sophie Skelton as Brianna Mackenzie in Outlander 711. As previously stated, the Outlander books foretold that the Scottish king would come from the line of Lovat. However, the Outlander TV show made a massive change to this whole idea. In Starr's version of Outlander, Jalis Duncan became obsessed with a prophecy that a Scot would sit on the throne following the death of a 200-year-old baby. Just as with the Fraser prophecy of the books, she thought this referred to Brianna. This change was likely made to justify Claire's actions against Jalis, since, in the book, this woman wasn't explicitly intending to murder Brianna. Now, it looks like Outlander, Blood of My Blood might be trying to bring the original version of the Fraser prophecy back into play. Perhaps these two different predictions could go hand in hand, with the death of a 200-year-old baby revealing the Scottish king from the line of Lovat. This would certainly be interesting, though not strictly canon.